Are you struggling to use social media effectively in your medical practice? In today's digital age, having a robust social media presence is crucial for attracting new patients, as well as maintaining strong relationships with your existing patients. I'm Dr. Ariana Demers, and I am leading the way in orthopedic surgery innovation and shaping medical practices for success. Let's talk about marketing your medical practice on social media and discover how you can boost engagement and build a strong online presence. Stay tuned to find out how social media has transformed healthcare and what are these game-changing benefits that we're talking about. Stick around and find out. So I know we've all been told that we need to market our practice on social media. Now, it's not just a tool for influencers and celebrities. It's actually a gateway to reach our patients who need our specialized care. I know. I hear it from a lot of docs, but I don't do social media. But hear me out. It is a really effective way to reach the patients that are looking for your help. And yes, social media is a part of a larger marketing strategy for your practice. So please don't get too intimidated or overwhelmed when I say the M word. Yes, I said it, marketing. I know, we didn't go to school to be an expert in marketing. That's okay. But what we do know is how to talk to our patients. And we know our patients need to know what we offer in our practice so we can help them get better. So just think of marketing as having an informational conversation with your potential patients to make sure that they know what you do and how you can help them. And so marketing your medical practice on social media just blends that strategic planning. Don't worry, we'll get there. A little content creation. Don't worry, I'll show you how. And engages with your patients or your potential patients, the ones that are out there looking for your services and the way that you help your patients. So I'm going to give you a little guide on how to market your medical practice on social media. Number one, you have to identify your target patient. Who are your ideal patients? Who are your favorite patients? Picture one of your favorite patients. Picture the one that gets great outcomes, you love taking care of them, and if you had 10 or 100 more like them, you'd be so stoked because this would be a great practice. You'd have great patients who always get better and love your services and are happy to talk to other people about how great your services are. So think in your mind's eye, who is that person? What did you help them with? How old are they? Are they male? Are they female? What was their problem? What are the questions that they always ask you? So these are your favorites. These are the ones that had great outcomes. And honestly, the best way is with testimonials from the patient themselves. Because when you see that video of someone just like you with the problem that you have, they got solutions from this great doctor, they're much more likely to listen to someone who has already been in their shoes. So when we hear about creating great content, this is what we're talking about, right? The content, when you're like, oh, I'm a content creator, this is the information that they're looking for. The patients are looking for information, education, the clues that this is where they need to go to get better, to get help. And it speaks directly to the patient and their specific problem. So I think the best way to create engaging content is through stories. These are the patient testimonials. These are real people, relatable stories of people that you've helped. You don't have to make this up. You don't have to create content. The content is you. The content is the way that you care for your patients, the how you get your patients better. And honestly, let the patient share their story. You can post on social media these stories, how maybe you turned a career-ending injury into a success story, or how you have allowed the patient to get back to their active lifestyle again when they thought there was no hope. And then you can mix in this educational content on what the problem is, common solutions, why your solutions may be the best options. And then, really, it's just taking little snippets of what you do every day. Just think about like the time that you explained a complex procedure to a patient and their face lit up with understanding. That you were the one that translated this scary medical experience into the solution that they wanted and understood. That's part of what we do as physicians, is translate this medical experience into a relatable experience that people know, understand, and know that you're going to help them. And so this type of content or educational information positions your practice as a source of credible, believable, compassionate care that now patients are like, man, they just keep on dropping truth bombs and I want to know more. Man, I really like this guy. They give me so much good stuff. You know what? I should probably give him a call. Every time I see this guy, he's telling me good stuff, exercises to do, why my knee hurts so bad, what I can do. This is great, right? And so these are the stories that you want to tell to help identify those patients that you love to care for that are looking for you as the solution, and just help them understand that you are the solution that they're looking for. Now, the second part of this is consistency. And I know you're like, but I don't have time to post these things. Well, first of all, you don't have to do it, right? But let's think about this. If your audience only sees this one time, if your patients or your potential patients see this educational piece one time, it may be amazing. But if they only see it one time, they're on to the next. Imagine that you saw that commercial for that really great thing that you needed, and you're like, that's so great. And then you only saw it once. And you're like, I can't remember the name of that thing. I really wanted it, but I can't think of where to find it, what to do. And so if you continue to hear this again and again, yeah, that is the thing that I want. If you only see it once or you only hear it once, it's really hard to take action. It's really hard to call the number that you didn't remember to write down, or you can't remember the name of the thing that you wanted, but you knew you wanted it. Would you take action? Yeah, probably not. But if you regularly hear this opportunity for solution with valuable information and it keeps coming, that is going to allow your patient to take the action that they want, that they know they want. We just, we're inundated with information. So the secret weapon to this is automation. Number one, it's a content calendar. You just plan it out and then you can automate it. It means you don't have to do it. You can harness technology to do this for you. And so it's a steady stream of you and why you're so great and how you're so helpful for these potential patients. And your audience will continue, and your patients or your potential patients will keep coming back for what you already do every day. Let me let you in on a little secret about paid advertising. I'm sure you've seen advertisings on social media for said practice or said solution, and you're like, man, if I could just advertise to enough people, then I could find my patients to come see me, and there would be a steady stream of patients that need my help. Here's the deal. Advertising on social media works, but here's the deal, is it only works for a subset of physicians who have enough money in the bank to be able to wait out the time that it takes to find the audience that's ready to buy the services you're advertising. So the way that this works there are two different ways that patients find you, right? You either are on social media, they're scrolling through, they're not really looking for your services, but when your amazing ad comes through and they're like, oh my gosh, that's me, then they click, they click the link, but they weren't actively looking for a solution. Now, if you have a problem and you're actively looking for a solution, let's say, your drain is plugged and you're actively looking for the solution. Let's say your knee hurts and you're actively looking for solutions. Do you go to Facebook or you go to YouTube? You Google, right? And you're like, how do I fix my knee pain? And what comes up are the how-to videos on YouTube. This is a very different social media platform, YouTube versus Facebook, right? And so a lot of what we call organic marketing, meaning not paid, goes through YouTube because the person is actually looking for the solution that is sitting there on YouTube. So if you're saying, hey, I'm a knee pains expert, I have the solution for you, and they're looking for the solution, they're going to find your information really compelling on YouTube because of the intent of why they're going on social media in the first place. Now, that same content may be super compelling on Facebook, but they're not going there to solve a problem. They're just there hanging out. And as they scroll through, your ad that you spent your hard-earned money shows up. Now, for the right patient, it's going to resonate and they're going to click and they're going to call your office and be like, yes, you are the knee pain expert and you can solve my problems. I need your services. It just takes money and time to get that person. So it's 3 to 6 months of creating the content, creating the right messaging, finding those patients who are ready to buy, who are ready to click the link on your services. Whereas when we already have an audience that's looking for the solution, they've already self-selected and they're going to find the solution, and then you just happen to pop up. That is a very different way to get your social media presence out there and your content out there. And so paid advertising works for those people, for those practices that have enough patience, meaning waiting around, waiting for this thing to work, and enough money, 3 to 6 months of ad spend and agency spend to be able to find those ready to buy patients. If that's not you, if you're like, oh my gosh, I just started up, I don't have 3 to 6 months time of spending money and not getting anything in return, then you may be able to shortcut that by being selective on posting your content, your educational content, on a more intent-driven platform like YouTube, where the patients are actually searching for the solution that you have. So that's a little secret on social media, and specifically on social media ads, that people won't tell you. I'm Dr. Ariana Demers, and I am the queen of orthobiologics.